Good morning, and welcome to the Chicago Public Library's Poetry Fest, and more specifically to the 14th Annual Haiku Fest, where we celebrate children and their writing abilities. We're very happy that you could join us this morning, and we hope you'll enjoy this program, and you're welcome to join us for other programs that are going on throughout the day. I would like to welcome specifically Regina Harris-Bayaki, who is responsible for starting and continuing this program for these years, and the wonderful children who have produced all of the poems, the haiku we're going to hear today. And many congratulations to all of them on their hard work. Thank you for joining us today, and may I present Regina Harris-Bayaki.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Maureen, and to all the members of the Chicago Poetry Committee. Welcome, parents, teachers, and students. As Maureen mentioned, this is our 14th Annual Haiku Festival. This year's program is dedicated to the memory of Mrs. Adele Laguerre, who has been a 14-year supporter of the Haiku Festival, and we're very, very grateful for that. Without further ado, I'd like to announce our first poet. This is a first prize Raymond Patterson Award for Mr. Mario Rodriguez. Please welcome him.
Hello, my name is Mario Rodriguez. I'm 10 years old. I go to Avondale School. Sparkles in the sea, moon waltzing on cold water, diamond reflections. Sparkles in the sea, moon waltzing on cold water, diamond reflections.
Mr. Rodriguez will win $100. He was chosen out of more than 1,100 poems. Our second place Nikki Giovanni Award for $50 goes to Miss Clara Blucher. Please welcome Clara.
Hi, my name is Clara Blucher. I'm 10 years old. I attend the University of Chicago Lab Schools, and I'm 4th grade. I swat, the bee stings. I watch, full of sorrow, as the bug drifts down, down. I swat, the bee stings. I watch, full of sorrow, as the bug drifts down, down.
Thank you very much, Clara. Our third place Langston Hughes Award goes to Hassanat Atoro Hassan. Please welcome Hassanat.
My name is Hassanat Atoro Hassan, and I'm 9 years old. I go to Passages Charter School, and this is my poem. 1, 2, 3, quack, quack, see my sadness walk to me when I get laughed at. 1, 2, 3, quack, quack, see my sadness walk to me when I get laughed at.
These three students are in 5th and 6th grade. Our first place Sonia Sanchez Award goes to Miss Olivia Adams. Please welcome her.
My name is Olivia Adams. I am in 5th grade. I'm 11 years old, and I go to the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools. When I cry, I'm trapped. My throat eats away my heart. I'm burnt inside. When I cry, I'm trapped. My throat eats away my heart. I am burnt inside.
Thank you, Olivia. Our second place Amma Patterson Award goes to Ting Ting Chen. Please welcome Miss Chen.
Hi, my name is Ting Ting Chen. I'm in 6th grade and I attend John C. Haynes School. The waves embrace you. Shakes your heart like a blender. Welcome to Tide's World. The waves embrace you. Shakes your heart like a blender. Welcome to Tide's World.
Our third place E.E. Cummings Award goes to Victoria Falskowski. Since she's not here, we'll go to our 7th and 8th grade awards. Our first place Tracy K. Smith Award goes to Mr. Abe Callard. Please welcome Abe Callard.
Hi, I'm Abe Callard. I'm 14 and I go to the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools. The centipede crawls across a crumbled gravestone, ignorant of fate. The centipede crawls across a crumbled gravestone, ignorant of fate.
Thank you, Mr. Callard. Our second place Pablo Neruda Award goes to Mr. Jonathan Liu. Please welcome Jonathan Liu.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Liu. I am 14 years old and I attend the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools and I am in 8th grade. My brush to the page, black splotches, endless laments of tormented minds. My brush to the page, black splotches, endless laments of tormented minds. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Liu. Our third place Sandra Cisneros Award goes to Tenzin Karma. Please welcome Ms. Karma.
My name is Tenzin Karma. I'm 14 years old. I'm in 8th grade and I go to the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools, and this is my haiku. Eyes of lucid blue, mistaken for salty tides, find myself drowning. Eyes of lucid blue, mistaken for salty tides, find myself drowning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tenzin. The next student poet is Jacinia Diaz, and she will be awarded the Gwendolyn Brooks Award. Please welcome Jacinia Diaz.
Hi, my name is Jasenia Diaz. I am 12 years old. I'm in 6th grade. My school is Josephine Locke Elementary School. My poet is, my cat purrs in glee, he vibrates like earthquakes do, hibernates like bears. My cat purrs in glee, he vibrates like earthquakes do, hibernates like bears.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz. Another Gwendolyn Brooks Award goes to Aiden Vasquez. Please welcome Aiden Vasquez.
My name is Adan Vasquez. I am 11 years old. I am a 6th grader at John C. Haynes Elementary School. The angry wolf lurks, its teeth shining like diamonds, yelling at the moon. The angry wolf lurks, its teeth shining like diamonds, yelling at the moon.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. The Kevin Young Founders Award goes to Youssef Hakim. Please welcome Youssef Hakim.
Hello, my name is Youssef Hakim. I am 11 years old, and I am in 5th grade, and I go to the Avery Cooney School. Stuck in the blizzard, the bitter fright of worry as the daylight fades. Stuck in the blizzard, the bitter fright of worry as the daylight fades. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hakim. You may notice that the awards are named after poets, and I said to one of the budding poets here, I hope that you will go home and look up this poet's name. So, for instance, Mr. Callard, you won the Tracy K. Smith Award. And if you don't know who she is, I urge you to look her up and look at her work. And I just picked out Mr. Callard because I'm confident that he'll do it, and I hope the others will follow in his footsteps. Okay, our Livers Family Teacher of the Year Award. We had 52 schools participate, is that correct? 52 teachers from 26 schools. And of those 52 teachers, this teacher is a first-year participant, and I'd like to ask her to come up. She is our Teacher of the Year. Please welcome Ms. Rebecca Grober. Now, as Ms. Grober is working her way up, you might ask yourself, how does she get to be Teacher of the Year? She got to be Teacher of the Year because she's Rebecca Grover. No, she got to be Teacher of the Year because this is her first year participating. She found out about the festival days before the deadline, and yet she had more students participate than any other teacher in days. You want to say a few words?
I'm very honored. I didn't do anything except crack the whip and make all of my students submit a haiku. We had finished a poetry unit, but they are the talent, all of my students at Haynes School, and I'm honored to receive this award, but for all of the teachers in the audience, we are all the Teacher of the Year for everything we do. I thank you. Thank my students. Thank you.
I'm so glad that Ms. Grober was gracious enough to say that, because that reminds me that I need to thank all of the teachers and the parents who are in the audience. If you could please stand so that we could give you a hand. All the teachers and parents in the audience, please stand. Thank you so much for encouraging your children. Thank you so much for coming here at the crack of dawn. Thank you so much for being here. We really, really appreciate. Without the parents and without the teachers supporting Haiku Festival and encouraging the children, we would not exist. So thank you so very much. We really appreciate you. The next set of awards are given to #1 poem of the school. Our first award goes to Miss Victoria Taylor. Please welcome Miss Victoria Taylor, #1 poem of her school.
Hello, my name is Victoria Taylor. I am 12 years old and I go to Alex Haley Academy. Spring. Spring is wonderful. It gives me good vibes inside, the cool breeze outside. Spring. Spring is wonderful. It gives me good vibes inside, the cool breeze outside.
Thank you very much, Victoria Taylor. Our next #1 poem of the school from Norman Bridge School, Gabriela Aviles. Gabriela Aviles.
I'm Gabriela Aviles. I'm 12 years old and I go to Bridge Elementary School. I feel like a cloud. The wind pushes me around, but I stay quiet. I feel like a cloud. The wind pushes me around, but I stay quiet.
Thank you very much, Gabriela. Our next poem of the school from Queen of Angels goes to Lily McCarthy. Please welcome Lily McCarthy.
Hello, my name is Lily McCarthy, and I am 11 years old in 6th grade at Queen of Angels. My haiku is, look at your handprints, lines, wrinkles, identity, telling who you are. Look at your handprints, lines, wrinkles, identity, telling who you are.
Thank you very much, Lily McCarthy. Our next #1 poet of St. Angela's School, Miss Asia Howard. Please welcome Asia Howard.
Hello, my name is Asia Howard, and I am 12 years old. I attend St. Angela's School in the 7th grade. My haiku is, the flowers will bloom, springtime's around the corner, no more winter gloom. The flowers will bloom, springtime's around the corner, no more winter gloom.
Thank you very much, Asia Howard. Angeleo Alonso hails from St. Barbara's School. Please welcome Angeleo Alonso.
Hi and good morning. I'm Angeleo Alonso, a 5th grader from St. Barbara's School. I'm 10 years old, and this is my poem. Daffodils, tulips, colors swaying in the wind, the beauty of spring. Daffodils, tulips, colors swaying in the wind, the beauty of spring.
Thank you very much, Angeleo Alonso. From St. Christina, please welcome Claire Cotter. Claire Cotter.
My name is Claire Cotter. I go to St. Christina School. I'm in 5th grade, and I'm 11 years old. Seashells in the sand, gentle waves touching the shore, crystal clear water. Seashells in the sand, gentle waves touching the shore, crystal clear water.
Thank you very much, Claire Cotter. From St. Nicholas, please welcome Maxime Ivanishin Ugrin.
My name is Maxim Ivanishin Ugrin. I am 10 years old. I'm in 4th grade, and I'm from St. Nicholas Cathedral School. Looking for some nuts, running away into the trees, nesting in them too. Looking for some nuts, running away into the trees, nesting in them too.
Thank you very much, Maxime. Our next #1 poem of the school from St. Viator goes to Miss Rebecca Spears. Please welcome Rebecca Spears.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Spears. I am 10 years old. I go to St. Viator School, and I'm in 4th grade. This is my poem. I am 9 years old. I'll be 10 in 2 weeks. Double digits, yay. I am 9 right now. I'll be 10 in 2 weeks. Double digits, yay.
Happy belated birthday to Miss Rebecca Spears. At this time, I would like to introduce our violinist. And as I ask her to come up, I want to tell you a little bit about her. Autumn Williams was homeschooled through middle school. She now is a student at Morgan Park Academy. She will be performing with Daniel Schlossberg, and her piece is titled Variations on a Corelli Theme for Violin by Fritz Kreisler. Please welcome Miss Autumn Williams. Another round of applause for Miss Autumn Williams. I want to thank Marilyn Williams, Autumn's mom, for bringing her here. And I want to, for anyone who's interested, Autumn is a student at the Hyde Park Suzuki Institute. And I used to teach music theory there, so I know that they teach all sorts of instruments. If you're interested in your child learning violin or cello or piano or music theory or composition, Hyde Park Suzuki Institute. So thank you very much, Marilyn and Autumn Williams, and also to her accompanist, Daniel Schlossberg. You'll notice the honorable mention students are wearing a pin. The students that you've heard so far won cash awards, but the honorable mention students are students that once the judges finished reading the poems, they said, wait, let's take another look at these. There are some poems that we really want to highlight, and so that's where the honorable mention award comes in, and you'll see that each one of these students is wearing a poetry pen. Our first honorable mention goes to Yenny Vargas from Avondale Logandale. Please welcome Yenny Vargas.
Hello, my name is Jenny Vargas. I am 10 years old. I am in 4th grade, and I go to Avondale Logandale School. Dogs. Dogs are so messy, cutest things around, but they poop a lot. Dogs. Dogs are so messy, cutest things around, but they poop a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vargas. The next honorable mention award goes to, and I'm going out of order here because we have another musician among us and he has a rehearsal to go to. So if you would please welcome Taig Singh. He's from the University of Chicago. Mr. Singh.
My name is Taig Singh. I'm 13 years old and I go to the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools. My poem is, its slender body dragging across the black floor, leaving trails of white. Its slender body dragging across the black floor, leaving trails of white. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh. Our next poet, Ashley Zelinsky, hails from St. Francis Borgia. Please welcome Ashley Zelinsky.
Hi, my name is Ashley Zelinsky. I'm from St. Francis Borgia. I'm in 8th grade and I'm currently 13 years old. My poem is, such tedious days following routines by rote, feeling like caged souls. Such tedious days following routines by rote, feeling like caged souls. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashley Zelinsky. Our next poet from Avery Coonley School, Miss Lucy Bruns. Please welcome Lucy Bruns.
Hi, my name is Lucy Bruns. I'm 11 years old. I'm in 5th grade at Avery Coonley School, and this is my poem. A luminous lake, a deluge of bright ripples, copious frogs croak. A luminous lake, a deluge of bright ripples, copious frogs croak. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bruns. I was so mesmerized, I forgot that I'm the MC. That's a good thing, though. It speaks to her presentation as a poet. Please welcome Sebastian Garcia from Michael Byrne Elementary. Sebastian Garcia.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Garcia. I am 9 years old. I go to 3rd grade. My school is Michael Byrne Elementary School. My poem is, cones a part of life, unique cones our green trees life cycle.
Thank you very much, Sebastian Garcia. Our next reader, Margaret Clancy, represents Abigail Layden from St. Mary of the Woods. So Abigail could not be with us, but Margaret Clancy was nice enough to join us. Please welcome Margaret Clancy.
Hi, my name is Margaret Clancy. I'm 13. I'm in 7th grade, and I go to St. Mary of the Woods School. And so does Abby. Rocks bathe in the sun, warm to fleshy touch of life. Waves snuff out the flames. Rocks bathe in the sun, warm to fleshy touch of life. Waves snuff out the flames.
Thank you very much, Margaret. Make sure that you get a pen for yourself and for Ms. Layden. Jackie Liu is from John Haynes Elementary. Please welcome Jackie Liu.
Hi, my name is Jackie Liu. I am 12 years old. I'm a 6th grader from John C. Haynes. My poem is Branches like a blade, swinging high, touching the sky. Soon it will all die. Branches like a blade, swinging high, touching the sky. Soon it will all die.
Thank you very much, Jackie Liu. Our next reader from the University of Chicago Lab School is Mr. Alexander Rowe. Please welcome Mr. Alexander Rowe.
My name is Alexander Rowe. I'm 10 years old and I go to the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools. In their special coats, penguins gracefully slide down a cold, chilly slope. In their special coats, penguins gracefully slide down a cold, chilly slope.
Thank you very much, Alexander Rowe. Our next poet is part of the open microphone call. So if you're a Haiku Festival student and you submitted a poem and you would like to read, now is the time. But we welcome our first reader from Avondale-Logandale School, Ms. Destiny Ugalda. Destiny Ugalda.
Good morning. My name is Destiny Ugalde. I am 10 years old and I attend Avondale-Logandale School. I have a great dream. The world to embrace justice, I hope will come true. I have a great dream. The world to embrace justice, I hope will come true. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Destiny Ugalda. Our next reader, Ms. Tyler Millsap, is from Alex Haley Academy. Please welcome Ms. Tyler Millsap.
Hello, my name is Tyler Millsap. I am 14 years old. I am in 8th grade, and I go to Alex Haley Academy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as I count the little dogs as they start new life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as I count the little dogs as they start new life.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tyler Millsap. We're at the part in our program, oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. If you look on the back page of your programs, you'll see cover art. Our back cover art was created by Mr. Ryan Jones. Please welcome Ryan Jones from Alex Haley Academy.
My name is Ryan Jones, and I will be talking. My name is Ryan Jones. I'm 14 years old. Go to Alice Haley Academy, and I will be talking about Montana. Montana is determined by the energy of the surroundings of our community I live in today. It is encomposed by trees with a pair of birds flying above the skies. Montana inspires our nature and points out to the people that our nature sets a high tone in our surroundings. So I decided to tell you just using negative part of space what our earth is based upon of and how it can be determined by a picture of expression.
Years from now, when you go to the Art Institute and you see the exhibit by Ryan Jones, you can say, I met him at Haiku Festival. I remember when he did the cover art for the program, right? So make sure you remember from whence he came. Thank you very much, Ryan Jones. Now, what I would like to do at this time, What I would like to do at this time is to prepare for our guest poet, and we would like to free two birds with one gesture. I would like for you to recognize each one of the students. I'll ask them to stand row by row, take their bow, and then join their parents back at their seats. Row one, would you please stand? That's okay, we'll work on our bows, right? The important thing is that they're poets. Poets don't need to be perfect when it comes to bows and all those sort of things. Row two, would you please come up? Row three, would you please stand and take a bow? Come up. Okay, mighty row four. Holding down the back seat. Row four, let's show them how to do it. Come all the way up as a group. Come all the way up as a group. Wait for everyone to get here. Wait for everyone to get here. And now take your glorious bow. Okay. I think row four rules, huh? I think so. While I'm introducing our guest poet, I would like to ask a favor of Michael Watson and Dr. Wayne Allen Jones and any other men or ladies, if you could do me a great favor and stack the chairs behind the curtains, because we don't want the chairs to be in the video for our speaker or for the closing act. This introduction was planned by Dr. Ruben Quesada. Dr. Quesada is ill with a cold, and he had a bilingual introduction. Because I do not speak Spanish, I can say buenos dias. And I was practicing welcome on the way over here, but I only remember how to say it in Italian. I'm so sorry. But welcome. We are so grateful to have Angie Trudell Vasquez as our guest poet. She's a native Chicagoan who now makes her home in Madison, Wisconsin. Her bio is in our program on page 4, but just to give you a little taste, Angie Trudell Vasquez is a poet, writer, performer, activist, teacher, and third-generation Mexican-American. Angie holds a Master of Fine Arts degree in poetry from the Institute of American Indian Arts and a Bachelor of Arts degree from Drake University. While at Drake, she was a Ruth Lilly Fellow. Angie served as poetry panelist at Split This Rock Poetry Festival. Her poems have been published widely. She has some of her poetry books with her today for sale and some of her broadsides. And if you don't know what a broadside is, I'm sure she will tell you. So, without further ado, please welcome our guest poet, Angie Trudell Vasquez.
Thank you, Regina, for that wonderful welcome. I am so honored to be here with all of you. You young poets give me hope. I want to tell you that I started writing at the age of 7, and I have never stopped. So I don't think I won an award as early as some of you all, but just keep on writing. So I was asked to write some original haikus, which I have done today, and some of these I deconstructed some current poems and wrote new poems. But I'm going to start with Wheel Kids, which is a poem that I wrote for the children that lived outside of an apartment I lived at. I don't have children, but I really love children. And I remember being a young person playing, and this is called Wheel Kids. And of course, these are all haikus, right? And I need my glasses, because I'm not a kid anymore. Wheel Kids. Chocolate children race down the steep cul-de-sac. Tight curls, t-shirts rise with air. Bikes, scooters shake, quake. Skinny kid arms, legs, torsos. Neighbors, straight arrows. Small bodies grow wings out of sight of the window. Shooting stars, flesh flies. So when I read a haiku, some of these, there's all sorts of terms, and some of these are longer poems, all consisting of haikus. So Wheel Kids actually has 3 stanzas. This next poem is called Weingartner Road, which is the road I grew up on, and there are 3 stanzas of haikus in this one. Weingartner Road. Willows bend silver, slivers of lost wet songs. Suburbs separate rivers. Fishhooks dangle, long for deep pools, trailing branches, no carp, just catfish. Skeleton farmhouses dissolve, hidden walls, hallways, slip back to fall, leave. This next one is called Wood Stoves and Outhouses. And a wood stove you burn wood in, and outhouses are restrooms without plumbing. Wood stoves and outhouses. 1 stanza. Faces kiss the clouds, grandchildren flying out back, rope swing abandoned. This next one, haiku, is actually of 3 stanzas. It's called Hamburger Gravy. Hamburger gravy. Walked 5 miles a day, a wolf dog mix companion, mulberry tree staff. California bound, he rushed out of the bedroom when we visited. Dandelion wine, striped overalls, 6 hands tall, voice, gravel, blue jeans. So this next poem is more of a concrete haiku, and I love the city of Chicago. It's one of the best cities in the entire world. And so this poem is for Chicago, and the original name of Chicago was actually Ishikago, spelled Eschikagou, which is a wild onion. Chicago, for Eshikagu. Metal sighs rise to sky on banks of water so blue it hurts eyes. This water, holy water, takes lives. Ships lie at bottom, rice paddies forgotten. City named after wild onion, now brick, mortar, steel, and glass, planted in underpass, survive. Lake slides from river, river reversed, eases merchants, men don black suits. Who changes the flow but man? Ghost river blows hats, wind still land, bone people shiver in winter breath. That was published by the Raven Chronicles. This next poem is one that Regina requested that I read. She found it on a video that I did for my graduation, and it's a sound poem. So if you want to, close your eyes, because it's all about sound. Soundscape. Plane engines whir, leaves clap, footsteps crush, red earth crunch, dry twigs laugh, tiny bird chirps, gecko scramble, water splashes, hand-carved rose, corn bathing grows, fan whirs behind, sidewalk voices float, disembodied hello falls near, bees buzz, cackle, wings hover, fly wings trickle, water soaks, red earth drinks, whippoorwill calls, motorcycles buzz, rider cries out, roadrunner scratches, tree leaf quakes, cool breeze blows, hair joins chorus, wind whistles ears, farmer kneels, knee hits ground, plants leap, crab apples drop, red earth receives, ants march to feed. Thank you. For my third manuscript, the books here are my first two books under my own press. I'm also a publisher, which it gives me great joy to publish other people, to bring out voices that haven't been heard before. And I wouldn't have known that until I ventured into that. But this is called Peony Springs, and there are 11 stanzas in this. So I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I'll pause between, but this is a much longer one. Peony Springs. Chicken coops, beehives, line pink and cream peonies, blooms crimson the street. Cousins sneak sodas when grandma turns, stirs the greens, share sugary sips. Dining room table, dappled light spills on the ham, holidays glisten. Our stories unfold, leak over kitchen tables, ancestors lean in. Backyards and front lawns, other worlds for us kinfolk, dream awake, asleep, while walking a hill or in lotus position, breathing wind pollen. Cotton seeds turned earth, blue jay wings, ripe nectarines, hides worn, hand-shaped tools. Cool, clear streams dribble, frogs croak, robins dip to drink, raccoon halts, sees us, washes paws and face, bounces off with a quick nod. We children way back. Back at the party, 50 bodies still jawing, dogs with sloppy tongues, calico cats clean, television screen buried, sea of legs and jeans. So we had snow last week in Madison. We had 8 inches of snow about a week ago, and we felt so bad for all the robins. So I wrote this just a couple days ago, and it is 6 haiku stanzas called April Snow. Sleds out of storing, shovels make an appearance, winter boots, rubbers. Robins dart nervous, hop around crabapple trees. Birdseed goes on sale. The morning after, winter's tongue landscapes the scene, chirps shake the pine trees. Concern chatters speech. Who ever heard of mealworms? Fishermen, that's who. Parking lot blues, small fallen feathered friend frozen, now thawed and blowing. Ice scraper comes out, my boot, my hand, I lift him, carry him to spring. So these are the traditional one stanza haikus. And the first one is called House with Trees. Woodpecker echoes, hawk brown circles the new green, cat and dog envy. The new construction. Metallic tower shines, darkens the trees, the grass. People run beachward. Next, once. Wild onion, spring soup, no Green River, no baseball, rice paddies, canoes. This one I just call 17 syllables. Immigrant City, Upton Sinclair, Gwendolyn Brooks, Shel Silverstein. And this is just a fun one I wrote. Almost a haiku, not quite a haiku. Untitled. If God came back to earth, she'd live in Chicago proper, by Lincoln Park or the water, for the language and food, to heal the sick and homeless, find them shelter or medication, wash their feet, and take them home. Thank you. So this next poem, haiku poem, for Jean Baptiste is actually 2 haiku stanzas for Jean Baptiste. Jean Baptiste, Chicagoan, Chicago, wild onion, coyote citizens roam. North Bank River Bluffs, home to Jean Baptiste, founder, where the Tribune sits. This is called After the First Snow. 4 stanzas. I am in a spell. Bushes shake, white gifts, flecks, icicles sparkle. Breath of fresh pine cones, a child again beneath skin. Each branch breathes out clean. Dust of flakes, give thanks. Winter's tongue landscapes the morn, sleds out of storing. Chocolate children flock all afternoon, shiny kids starburst down the hill. I drive a lot, and this is called Coneflowers. It's a 3-stanza haiku poem. Flood me, amethyst, wildflowers lift interstates, inhale red maples. Emerald green forests, feel the crunch and squish beneath. Semi-wheels crack seams. A blue coneflower pulses, waves next to a crane, harvesting the shoulder. This next one is, again, 3 stanzas, and I am an old dancer. This is called Swan Lake. Swan Lake. Gossamer gown girls, ballerina crisscross, pink tights, leather shoes, feathers, white silk draped, stage of brown bodies leaping, point shoes optional. Leap and spin, see how pretty and thin shoulder blades grow wings, fly straight. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank my family, my parents who let me spend the night with them, for the library. This is a beautiful space. I do want to say that to me, writing is one of the most important things I do. I have a daytime job, but this is what I do on my weekends, on my evenings. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. I teach poetry of all ages. My specialty is indigenous poetics. I studied with some of the greatest Native American writers in the country at the Institute of American Indian Arts in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that's where I got my MFA. And my third collection, which I hope will be out soon, lifts the voices of my ancestors from under the graves. We are second and third generation Mexican Americans, originally from Iowa. So in order to write these newest poems, I went and sat on the graves and tried to call their voices out. But I think it's so important to honor where we came from, our parents, our families, our communities, because we're really here all together for just a little short time. So I hope that we can make beauty with our words and with our lives. So I'm going to end with this last poem, which is called Observations. And it is, of course, all based in Chicago. And there are there's 9 stanzas here. And again, I just want to thank you so much, and I'm happy to talk later too. Observations. Voices, crowd, echoes, city buskiers sing, "Stop here!" Laughs roll down the stairs. Boots, heels, sneakers step on and off the bus and curb. Stolen dialogue becomes ink. Pen bleeds on the page and on the screen. Pavement stilettos. Pigeons roar in flight, count those who stop to give coins. Watch a little boy, his grandpa hand out raisins, deliver popcorn, gifts to the homeless. Mice at crow's shadow skedaddle down squirrel highways. Chipmunks close the fort. New moms with blankets block the noonday sun, lake breeze. Young men hold the door, pick up groceries when the cart topples mid-street. Hands hold back traffic. The sun goes to sleep, halo cast over humans who climb down the tree. Thank you so much.
Another round of applause for our guest poet. Thank you very much, Angie Trudell Vasquez. I hope you were paying attention. There's a quiz afterwards, and the quiz will center around my 3 favorite poems: Swan Lake, the one about the founder of Chicago, Jean-Baptiste Dusable, and the third one I loved, God as a Woman, because every man in this room knows that God is a woman, right? And that women are God, right? Thank you so much. Before we move on, there are a few people in the audience that I would like to recognize, and I am sorry to admit that I did not get their names in the program. 2 people who are here have supported Haiku Festival throughout our 14-year life, and I would like to acknowledge them. Kathy and Bob Egner, are you here? Please stand. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Kathy and Bob. And I asked these people to stand because you may see me on stage or you may see the judges on stage, but there are a lot of people in the background that you don't see who make this program possible. And we really appreciate Kathy and Bob Egner. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. Is Dr. Al Klinger here? Dr. Al Klinger. I have to tell you about Al Klinger. Al Klinger is a 93-year-old poet. He is a physician who has, if you lived on the south side of Chicago in Bronzeville, in Hyde Park, chances are Al was either your physician or your parents or relatives or friends. Even though Al is in his early 90s, and I went to his 90th birthday party, I had to sit down. A man danced to me under the floor. I was so tired. I was like, oh my God, he might have to revive me. Al walked to Springfield with a group of seniors to protest. He's always working for a cause. And when other people stopped and said, oh, I can't make it anymore, Al kept going. He walked from Chicago to Springfield without taking most of the breaks that the other people take. And people like me who are, almost a little more than half his age were stopped, I'm going to check into a motel, I'll catch you, I'll catch you down the road. But he persevered. Al gets up every morning, he cycles from his home in Hyde Park, he goes all the way to the Museum of Contemporary Art, then he goes down to the University of Illinois at Chicago, he swims. This man does the Tour de France. I mean, it's like, he makes us look like slackers. I have my hands full just getting in my few miles a day. And, looking the whole time I'm on the machine, looking at my watch. Okay, I can do this, And then I think about people like Al. And he is just a great supporter of Haiku Festival. So thank you very much, Dr. Al Klinger. Is Valerie Wallace here? I got a text from Valerie Wallace saying that she was on her way. Valerie Wallace used to be one of the Haiku Festival judges, and she has supported the Gwendolyn Brooks Award throughout the years. And she has a new book out, and it's escaping me now, but when I come back, I'll have that title for you. And I just want to acknowledge Valerie Wallace for all the work that she's done, and despite the fact that she's on tour with her book, she still remembered Haiku Festival. So thank you very much, Valerie Wallace. Lori Schulter Carroll and David Carroll have been supporters of Haiku Festival and very, very dear friends of ours. So we want to acknowledge your presence, Lori and David. Of course, they're not going to stand there waving. Lori and I are twins. We were born on the same day in the same year, just a few minutes apart. So thank you very much to my twin and my brother. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Taiko Youth Ensemble. Their director is Tatsu Aoki. Today you will hear them perform Mr. or Mrs. Noriko Sugiyama, Kiyomi Negi, Neil Ducklow, Mark Arborano Meister, Colin Wong, and Hannah James. Please welcome the Taiko Youth Ensemble.
Hello. Hi everyone, domo ohayo gozaimasu. Thank you for having us, Tsukasa Taiko, back at the annual Haiku Festival. We're here year after year, and we're very happy to be a part of your award ceremony and celebration of the haiku poetry. So we are Tsukasa Taiko. We're the only traditional Japanese drumming ensemble. We're the largest one in the entire Midwest, and we have many performances throughout the year, over 60 to be exact, all around the Chicago and Chicagoland area. We have a lot of upcoming free Chicago Park District performances, and our biggest show is at the Museum of Contemporary Art in December. We have our pens and flyers outside at the check-in table, and check us out at taikolegacy.com. That's our website, and we're also on Instagram and Facebook under the same name, Taiko, T-A-I-K-O, legacy.com. And we encourage you to take pictures and videos of us as long as you hashtag us when you post it to your social media. So thank you, and then we'll play our final repertoire, and then we'll finish up with the ceremony. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the Taiko Youth Ensemble. There is a young man from the British school who wanted to be part of our open mic, and he had a previous engagement, and so we're going to accommodate him. So if he could please come up to read his poem. As he's making his way up, I'd like to ask the judges to come up also. Marilyn Allen, Judith Bowden, Samuel Barber, Dr. Wayne Allen Jones, Michael Watson. So if you could please come up as well. So please welcome Mr. Vasquez.
Hi, my name is Vikram Konki Mala, and I'm 5 years old, and I go to the British school. And today I'm gonna be reading about Christmas poem. It fills the snowland with Christmas scent of joy. With glee, I marvel. It fills the snowland with Christmas scent of joy. With much glee, I marvel.
Thank you so very much. As the judges are making their way to the microphones, I will call your attention to page 7. The judges chose a poem that they would like to respond to, and that's listed on page 7. The young lady that I mentioned, Valerie Wallace, who is a former judge, has a new book out called House of McQueen, and she's on tour with that book now, and that is why she could not stay with us for the whole program. So please look up House of McQueen. And I think she left some cards for us. Also, the Taiko Legacy Ensemble has left cards to show you the dates that they'll be appearing for the rest of the year. So please help yourself to these. There's also Haiku Festival bookmarks. Please help yourself. And I'd like to acknowledge the teachers from Alex Haley Academy who worked so diligently on the Noten art that's on the back cover. So if Miss Melody Farmer and Cynthia Solomon, if you're still here, I would like for you to come up and take a bow and maybe say a few words to us. Melody Farmer and Cynthia Solomon, are you still here? Okay, come up, please. Okay, so we'll start with Marilyn Allen.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. It's very exciting to see so many young writers. I just want to say to you, keep writing. The world needs to hear your voice. Don't let anybody tell you you have nothing to say, because we all do. So I'm responding to a haiku by Miss Ashley Zielinski from St. Francis Borgia, and her haiku is, "Such tedious days, following routines by rote, feeling caged like caged souls." I'll read it again. "Such tedious days, following routines by rote, feeling like caged souls." And my response to Miss Zelinsky's haiku is: inhale, exhale, gliding beyond all boundaries, eternally free. Inhale, exhale, gliding beyond all boundaries, eternally free. Thank you.
Let me remind you about Jackie Liu's haiku. Branches like a blade, swinging high, touching the sky. Soon it will all die. Branches like a blade, swinging high, touching the sky. Soon it will all die. And this leverages some new information that's out about plants communicating with each other by scents, the odors and chemicals and that sort of thing. And it's part of a defensive system that crosses the boundaries of species as well. So this is picking up on the danger part of the branches like blades and whatnot. Willows near the stream scream out scents when webworms bite. Friends, listen, rise up. Willows near the stream scream out scents when webworms bite. Friends, listen, rise up. Thank you.
That was Dr. Wayne Allen Jones.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Barber. It's an honor to be a judge on the Haiku Fest. I'm so glad to see so many folks out, so many kids, so many great readers, so many great poems this morning. So, I wanted to respond to the poem by Miss Angie Vargas, and I'll read the poem for you now. Dogs are so messy, cutest animals around, but they poop a lot. When I was reading the poem, that one really spoke to me. I can't think of why. But I wrote a response poem, and this is my response poem. People are crazy, following their dogs around, scoop and bag and in hand. Thank you very much.
Okay, now I'm triggered. Because I'll be the one out there, that's me out there with the dog, sometimes 2 dogs in the bag, and I know people are looking at me as I'm, bending over, picking up the big bags of Dookie. Like, thanks, Sam. So I'm responding to a poem by, Ashka Trivedi Avery Coonley. The poem is as follows: a shadow of doubt, a whisper of all the hurt, a scream of silence. Again, a shadow of doubt, a whisper of all the hurt, a scream of silence. My response, which didn't take me that long, I don't know, because maybe I was sensing something between the lines there. Drag doubt into light. Own your hurt with shouts of rage. Your footsteps whisper. Again, drag doubt into light. Own your hurt with shouts of rage. Your footsteps whisper. Thank you.
That was Mr. Michael Watson. Thank you, Michael. The poem that inspired me was written by Lila Gomez from St. Sylvester. Her poem reads, "Roses are not brown, Violets are not orange. Love stories are sad. And when I first read this, it reminded me of Gertrude Stein's A Rose is a Rose is a Rose. And it was part of a longer poem that Stein wrote, but she kept repeating that refrain, a rose is a rose, throughout her life. But I went another direction. Tucked in a bouquet, scented note with a tear, paper mache heart. I'll read it a little different. Tucked in a bouquet, scented note sealed with a tear, paper mache heart. And I liked, I hope I don't sound narcissistic, but I liked the poem that I came up with because the word tear can also be pronounced tear. And I love the word paper mache because the English translation of paper mache is chewed paper. And so I probably shouldn't explain it, but in that subtle way, I was trying to capture her love stories are sad. So thank you very much. And now I would like to introduce Miss Melody Farmer from Alex Haley Academy.
Thank you, Regina. I really appreciate being here, and it's an honor. I've been in and out of the Haiku Festival for the last 14 years, having students present their poems. This year we did something creative at our school, and thanks to my administration, who just raced here, Ms. Sherry Purtle, she's in the audience. Give her a round of applause, please. She allowed me to host a family night with a Haiku Festival. So we had parents, we had students, we had teachers involved, and it was just wonderful. And again, I just thank you for the honor to be on stage and having our students be a part of this, along with my colleague, Ms. Cynthia Solomon, who asked, hey.
I said, do you have a need for artwork? Because you have asked for it before. So I told Mel, we have the perfect thing, Natan, Japanese art form. And because I'm a pushy person, I gathered my students together and I made them do them. And I am meticulous about things being done, as Ryan can say, because no gluey fingers here. So Ms. Purtle has allowed me to exhibit my madness in the school every day of the year. So I'd like to thank the Haiku Festival, all the participants, all my students who are probably saying, you do too much. I thank you all. Bye.
Miss Cynthia Solomon and Melody Farmer are being too modest. They had their own Haiku Festival at their school, and this is why Haiku Festival exists, to encourage people to write poetry. We do come out to the schools, and we do free workshops, we do free readings. Generally, they are Tuesday through Thursdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. All you have to do is call the office and or my cell phone, which is splashed all over everything. Please don't don't leave that too many places. That's for your eyes only. But these ladies did a really wonderful thing, and I know it's not much, but we have a pen for each one of them to help you remember us. And one of the reasons that we jumped at the chance of the artwork is because at our 10th anniversary, we did an anthology, and the students' work for the first 10 years was printed in that book. And so we have plans to do that again, either at our 15th, which is next year, or our 17th. Why our 17th? Anyone know why? Yes, haiku has 17 syllables. So also it gives me a couple extra years to get it together. I cannot tell a lie, but I want to thank you all so very, very much for being here. This concludes our 14th anniversary Haiku Festival. Please look for your link to CAN TV, and when I send you that link, please copy it immediately so you will have it for posterity. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, one and all. Thank you.